Alright, so this is a video that talks about some of my favorite websites on Led Zeppelin. I'm also going to have a second video after this that talks about how to search and download bootlegs. So first of all, you have the Year of Led Zeppelin. I go to this site all the time. It's actually it's very good. So if you start, basically it just has some old information from the vinyl and the newer edition releases. But the main thing is on the left hand side, you can see all the dates of all the recordings available out there. There's a few dates that's not on here as far as new releases. For instance, the February 10th, 1975 soundboard that was recently released is not on here, unfortunately. But you can see all the shows. It even goes down and shows the reunion shows. And then also at the very bottom of the list here, you can also see that they list all the must-hears, which is the person who listens to all these and reviews them will give a must-hear to obviously ones he thinks that's a must-hear. And you can also view a list of all the concerts that show individual songs. And that's definitely very interesting, especially if you're looking for a song and just to see which concerts it's in. Let's take a look at a sample here. Let's go with one of my favorite shows, September 29th, 1971. And you can see he shows you the exact version that he reviewed, starting with the set list. This version, Fatally Wanderer 929. There has been better releases of this particular show since then, but you get the overall idea. And really, he just breaks it down, points out the best parts of the show, the things that really are great. He also points out things that are maybe not so great. And then obviously in this one, he'll definitely wrap it up. A truly awe-inspiring performance from beginning to end. One of the best ever. Divine inspiration, must-hear. And then also at the bottom, he does a quick little review of the actual quality of the tape itself. And then even people can come down in here and make their own little comments. So I use this site all the time, just to see how someone else thinks about the show compared to what you're thinking about it as you're listening to it. The next site I like to go to a lot is actually just ledzeppelin.com. I mostly go to the timeline up here at the top, and then you can sort by year. Once again, we'll just kind of keep it the same and go to 1971, and then you go all the way down. Let's find the September 29th. And then this is a great website. It really is. It shows you the set list. It'll show you videos and photos from that particular show. Memorabilia, such as you'll see tickets and ads and flyers and newspaper reviews of the shows in here. The really great thing about the website is down here, where people who's actually been to that particular concert comes down here and comments on it. There's always a comment by Argentium Astrum, I believe that's how it's pronounced. And if you click on it, he actually does his review of the show. And then, mostly all the other comments are going to be from people who's been there. This actually looks like by someone who's actually not been to that concert. But if we look at another date, let's see here. Let's just go to the New Orleans, August 29th, 1971. And then, you can see people coming on here and talking about their experience. This is one of my favorite things to do because you can actually read people's stories about their experience of going to the show. And it's great. It's great for a time capsule, just being able to be educated on what people did back in the 60s and 70s as far as going to concerts, and some really good reviews. There's a really crazy long lengthy review. Let me see if I can find it here real quick view by year. And we're going to go down to June 3rd. Oh. I completely remember this guy's description of what was going on in his life during this time, and you can see how long this is an extremely long review. I mean, this would take an hour to read, probably. I mean, this thing goes on and on and on, but there's so many stories to be told about people's life experiences about going to these shows and how it changed their life, what they did. You can really get a good idea of how people lived. So yeah, just the Led Zeppelin website. The next website is royalorleans.com. This is what the splash page looks like, but when you actually get into the website, it's basically just a big old blog and forum website. You have your different sections. I won't go into these in detail. I won't go into these detail right now, just because ultimately the best thing to do would just be to go here and look at the information yourself. I mean, you could spend days here. Just so many blogs and questions. People come on here and talk about their favorite, recordings. That they'll talk about their favorite performances of certain songs. You can actually even download bootlegs from here. So a really, really good website. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this website here in a minute, but highly recommended. The next one is called Zeppelin of Reference.com. And this one is, I don't know if this was one person who did this or what, but a lot of time went into this. Let's just go down to the Japan 1971 tour, and I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, it actually kind of breaks down the tours by tour. You can see on a map. You can go on here and my favorite thing to do is actually take a look at the show itself. You can see the total music length, lots of little information, but then the crazy thing is it actually breaks down each song and even sections of songs and shows the length of each piece. So I don't know, I like just knowing the information as far as how long things are. You can see all the different songs they covered during this particular Whole Lot of Love. And it's just kind of interesting. Let's say you click on Dazed and Confused, and then it shows all the recordings of Dazed and Confused out there. You can sort by length. I don't know. I just like playing around on this website, just looking at it, and I don't know. I just come here all the time, especially if I'm listening to a. I'll come in here a lot of time for like a Whole Lot of Love, just to kind of see the different songs that they play. It's just really interesting. But you can see just a whole bunch of just lots of facts about length and time and songs played. You can even sort by song. You can see this is 75 of 377 right here in the middle. And they have 377 different songs that Led Zeppelin played somehow, no matter if it's 5 seconds of a song or what. You can see that this particular song is called the Descending Riff Section, which that's just a part of a Dazed and Confused. But I don't know, Detroit City. This is apparently a song that they covered one time. But just a really good wealth of information, kind of like the Year of Led Zeppelin. You can come on here and find a particular song. So for instance, if I go back and I want to hear all the versions of Fortune Teller that they played. Oh, well, there's 2 versions. And maybe you want to find out the best version of a particular song that they played. You can come here, find out all the versions that they played, and then go and listen to them. I don't know, it's not something that you're going to be doing right off the bat, but the more you get into the bootlegs and listening to the songs, things just start coming into your mind to be able to find out. I want to know what's their best version of, Bottle Up and Go. Well, how many times do they play it? And this site is incredible, just as far as the time that it would have taken to be able to go in there and clock each song and each section of song, and just a wealth of information. There's also a lot of other information on this website, photo sets, documents, timelines, just a lot of stuff. So once again, just browse the website and figure it all out. The next thing is collectorsmusicreviews.com. Once again, a lot of the new releases, as far as releases by labels, will be reviewed on this website. So you can see there's a Burn Like a Candle by Zeppelin that was recently released, and also In for a Quick Garden by from No Label that was released. And they also review lots of other bands too. It's just not Led Zeppelin. But obviously the Led Zeppelin is a highlight. These are probably the top 5 groups that they will review on this website. But very, very good website. Just another source for reading about the bootlegs. Next we have uuweb.led-zeppelin.us. This is a very good website. I'll just kind of show you the main thing that I use it for. So we're going to go here. Once again, I'll pick September 29th, 1971. And you can see the different releases of this particular show. And they give more of a star rating as far as sound quality, appeal, but just some more reading that you can do. Maybe coming in here, you can there might be something on this site that the other sites don't have. It's just a quick way to go in, just do some extra reading. The next site is Led Zeppelin Black Beauty. Now this is an interesting site because, as you can see, it lists a whole bunch of different releases. So yeah, let's once again we'll click on bootlegs up here. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. The main thing I'm going to use it for is I'll go to bootlegs. I'll go to 1971, and then you can come down here and you can see. And I think for the most part, this website will show you most all the releases of a particular show. But you can see for September 29th, this is one of these monster shows that there's just a lot of releases on. But you can see, just all the releases of this show. You can come in here, and the main thing is to sample the show. So let's say I want to sample, Regalia 929. And this, you can actually sample every single song on here. You click on the blue symbol and you can listen to an MP3 version of it. You actually, these are the entire songs, so it's not like a 10-second sample or something. But if you, let's say you are going to download September 29th, 1971, it's one of those concerts that the recording quality is very good, although it does have its issues, but it's one of the best shows ever performed, and it's famous for just the antics in it and some of the rarities. It's an incredible show to listen to. But one of the things that you may want to do is, which one do you actually listen to? I mean, these all do not sound exactly the same. They can actually sound drastically different, especially if there's multiple sources that's going to be used, different generations of each source. So if you don't want to download the shows, then listen to them and everything, you can quickly come in here, get a sample of what the shows sound like, and kind of help narrow down the search. Also, if you happen to be out and about somewhere and you don't have access to a particular song or show, and maybe you want to show someone a song or something, you can quickly come in here and find it and be able to listen to it away from your computer or wherever you're storing your music. So definitely one of my favorites. Now the next site, the last site that I'm going to feature on here is my go-to site. I go to this site, so let's say I'm going to sit down and listen to a show or a song or whatever the case. I'm going to go to this next site first, and that's rambleonzepp.com. The sad thing about the site, and I'm guessing, I don't know, but there used to be a whole bunch of links on the right hand side as far as where you can go to download each release, and anytime the owner of the website found a link, he would post it over here. And this stopped. There used to be a whole list of them. I mean, probably 200 or 300 links on here, and this stopped back in 2013, and I don't know, it's just never been updated. These are all different reviews, and this is actually a section that is being updated, the news section over here. So I do like to go here and see if there's any just to see what the news is that's going on. You can see obviously the most recent news was all about the court and the Stairway to Heaven trial. But very good section just to get your news on. What I will always do though is on the left here is once again you choose the year, the month, and just to keep things going, we'll once again choose 1971 and September 29th. But you can see all the recordings, the shows that's just in regular text is shows that they played, but does not, there's no recordings for, and you actually have links to other websites. But then the hyperlinked shows actually ones you can click on. These are the recorded ones. And now this site's not up to date, but it does give you a really good idea. So once again, it kind of breaks it down. You see that there's 3 audiences and a soundboard for this particular show. Here's all the releases up until the website stopped updating, but you can see a great portion of releases here. And in another video, I will get down to more about some of the details, like what's last stand disc, what's windy. That's a whole nother video. But you can see everything here. Below the set list is actual links. So this is my go-to website to begin with, because this is where you can actually link to the show on the yearofledzeppelin.com. You can directly link to Collector's Music Reviews. Obviously this one has there's 2 reviews on collectorsmusicreviews.com, and then you also have a link to the ledzeppelin.com article, and then you also have some basic blogs, and it's kind of fascinating information. This links off to the Led Zeppelin database, to where you can see the links of all the songs. And this is a link to be able to view artwork for all the releases. But the main thing that I'm going to do in here, and this is even a 3rd collector's music review for this particular title. But under each different release, you have a transcription, which this is once again incredible. Whoever sat down and did this has some dedication. But it's called Ramble on Zepp because one of the main things that it does is it's dedicating to everything that Robert Plant would say between songs, and you can see everything that he has said during this concert through the transcription. And then also an info file. Each bootleg that you download has an info file attached to it. Every single one of them is going to have it, and the info file breaks down the track list. This one is obviously a box set that has all the shows from Japan, but it'll break down the person who uploads the show, or the people or company who do the remastering. It'll break down what they did, and so just some extra information to have. Then below each release, you will see some links for Cosmic Energy, which is the Led Zeppelin bootleg website. And just to give you an example, so we have Fatally Wanderer Definitive Edition by Windy, and if you click on this, it takes you to this Royal Orleans blog. And for the Royal Orleans blog, you come down here and you can see, okay, here's the release of the show. This is actually a download link right here, which I'll show again on my download article, but this would be a direct torrent that you would be able to download right away. But then obviously people talk about the show. This Royal Orleans is easily one of the best websites I go to quite a lot. But coming back here, you can. I always check out all the blogs just to get as much information as I can. Usually on the left-hand side, you have a master link. I call it a master link. So sometimes it's the master link for the show, but once again, it kind of shows you just the set list, and people talk about it. So this particular show, people could be talking about the show on many forums on this website, and it's just good to kind of get in there and read it. You can find some some incredibly interesting stuff by just reading what people have to say back and forth. It's one of those things that you may not find fascinating at first, but once you start getting into it, then it just gets better and better and better the more you educate yourself and learn about things. So this was it as far as my main websites that I like to check out. Typically I will not go to these other ones by themselves, just because I can start at rambleonzepp.com and get to them. As you can see right here, bam, the Year of Led Zeppelin, and that links right up to the show. So easily, I would definitely suggest, once you start getting into the bootlegs, coming in here, start on this website, and just start navigating. Just start clicking on links, reading about them, downloading, listening, and before you know it, your interest will just start going through the roof. And whether you think that you're going to want to really get into bootlegs by Led Zeppelin or not, no matter what, starting here and reading and listening, it'll have a way of grabbing hold of you and not letting go. And unless you just really don't like, well, it's kind of hard to say hard rock or rock and roll, because Led Zeppelin plays so many different types of music. But if you're a straight up country music lover, well, then obviously you're not going to be doing too much in here. But for the vast majority of music lovers out there, maybe be careful, because once you start down this path, it's a path of enlightenment, but it's also a path of a lot of time reading and listening and just overall enjoying every aspect about anything to do with Led Zeppelin bootlegs, whether it's just listening to the music, finding out the stories about the people who recorded them, reading up on stories from the press or the people who've been to the show, or people who was not even born until the 80s or 90s who were just fans and talking about their own experiences listening to it. Overall, that's where I'm going to leave this video. I will be posting another one that talks about actually downloading the shows and how I go about doing that. That'll be coming up very shortly after this one, but this one was just going to be I knew it was going to be a fairly long video, but hopefully it was informative and it goes by fast. I did not want to skip over anything, and I really wanted to pay tribute to these websites, because a lot of work has gone into these, and good work deserves some really great praise, and that's what I wanted to do. So until next time, thanks for watching, and definitely please like and subscribe.